everyone. Welcome to YouTube Festival. My name is Erica. I'm the head of sales for YouTube in the UK and Ireland, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this year's event. Now, we're celebrating 20 years of YouTube. We'll be looking back at how far we've come and looking forward to what the future holds for YouTube and all its creators. I'm really excited to take you behind the scenes at this year's YouTube Festival and give you a backstage pass. So come on, let's go. Here's what the session looks like. I'll be talking to Google experts and special guests to lift the lid on how YouTube has become the epicenter of culture. First off, I'll be talking to Alison Lomax, YouTube's managing director for the UK and Ireland, who will show you the impact creators have made and continue to make. YouTube has democratized content creation, allowing anyone with a camera, an internet connection, and an authentic voice to reach a global audience and billions of fans. To bring this to life, we'll welcome Kevin Alaka, Google's Global Director of Culture and Trends, who will highlight the trends that have emerged over the last 20 years and counting. If you're ready to see real influence in action, Mark Goldbridge from That's Football, with 1.4 million subscribers and over 200 million live views, is coming to show you the power of football fandom and community and the untapped opportunity it brings. Currys will speak about how they integrated AI solutions to create smarter, more efficient campaigns on YouTube. Next, we'll hear how PepsiCo crunched through the chaos and came out on top for Doritos. Following this, we will enter our third and final segment, how YouTube has and continues to drive unparalleled results for brands, which you can tap into. We will finish off with our newly appointed Vice President and Managing Director of Google, Kate Alessi. I'll chat to Kate about how YouTube effectively meets market needs and how YouTube continues to grow and develop to meet your business needs. It seems like Alison has just come off stage, so let's grab her quickly and hear what she has to say about YouTube's 20-year celebration. Alison, your opening was a fantastic celebration of YouTube's 20 years of impact. Well, you've been here for 14 of those years. How has the platform changed between then and now?
14 years, yes. How long have you been here?
13.
13, oh, pretty close. So yeah, I mean, in just 2 decades, what's been incredible is how YouTube has completely reshaped how we watch and create entertainment. And I'm sure that everyone has their favorite nostalgic moment, but they're never the same, are they? But what's amazing is what started as that simple site with grainy, unscripted videos, you know, all user-generated content, is now this force-driving culture. The place where day after day, the events, conversations and voices that really define the moment break through on YouTube. And audiences watch on every screen and every format. And that's, you know, that's where we are today. And we've now got 47 million UK adults who watch across all screens.
Wow, that is huge reach across the UK. And you mentioned in your talk that these aren't just fleeting moments. People are staying for an average of 78 minutes a day. And I remember, you know, one of my first memories of watching YouTube on my laptop with Charlie Bit My Finger. I mean, are people still doing that? Like, how have viewing habits changed?
Yeah, I mean, people are still watching Charlie Bit My Finger. I mean, it's iconic, isn't it? But not necessarily on their laptop. So there's definitely been a generational shift in how and what people watch. But one of the biggest increases that we are seeing is on the big screen in the living room. And it's also really changing that viewing experience. So there are things like watch-alongs, so people can watch performances alongside their favourite creator, or for live sports as well. They can shop whilst they're watching a video, or they can watch something completely new through Shorts. So you can watch whatever you want, which is completely unconstrained by format or genre.
You mentioned viewers want what matters to them, unconstrained by format or genre. So tell us more, what does matter to them? What are they looking for?
I think they want those musty entertainment moments, you know, like the incredible Mark Goldbridge. So he's reacting live on That's Football to the Bundesliga. They want to connect, they want to build communities and engage in deep fandom with millions of other people who share the same passion. And I think when it comes to passionate fans, obviously sports is in a league of its own. So fans want to immerse themselves in the full 360 experience. So that could be the live stream, it could be the match highlight, it could be podcasts, tutorials, or even exclusive interviews from their favourite athletes. We're seeing increasingly athletes as creators. And then of course music. I mean, music has been part of of YouTube since the very beginning, hasn't it? Whether it's watching Lewis Capaldi's first music video, to seeing creators reacting to his incredible emotional return at Glastonbury, or even learning chords to his songs through guitar tutorials.
And we see fandoms and connection all across different passion points on the platform, whether that's entertainment, music, sports, and beyond. At the heart of it all are YouTube creators. So tell me more about them.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube has really democratized content creation. So anyone with a camera or a phone, an internet connection, a business idea, and a voice of their own to really reach a global audience. We talk about creators being the new startups of Hollywood. So we sort of mean by that, the startups of creative industries everywhere, especially here in the UK. And like all startups, they're challenging the status quo. They're doing things a bit differently, but they're building really successful businesses and next generation production companies. They're becoming media entities in their own right. But their success is really fueled by that deeply engaged audiences. We were talking about a fandom, but they don't just watch their favorite creators. They build those deep connections and they really trust them.
Well, with the world's most influential creators viewed by the world's most passionate audiences, Alison, thank you for reminding us that there's only one YouTube. As marketers, it's vital to get ahead of the curve, understand the zeitgeist and what's driving culture. Someone who knows all about that is Kevin Alaka, the global head of trends and culture at YouTube. With his main stage keynote bringing us back through the last 20 years of YouTube, he showed us everything from pregnant giraffes named April to Susan Boyle on X Factor to made on YouTube trends like ASMR. Kevin, welcome to Backstage Pass, celebrating 20 years of YouTube. Could you tell us a little bit more about how it all began?
Sure, and thank you. So April 2005, one of YouTube's co-founders, Javed Karim, posts the platform's first video. It's me at the zoo. Have you seen this video?
I love this video.
Yeah, it's a famous video, but it's also interesting because it's a reminder that no one knew what YouTube was gonna be at that point, including YouTube's founders. They thought maybe it was gonna be a dating site or a place to sell stuff. And what happened is over time, people just started uploading all these different things, and out of that mass of randomness, all these amazing pieces of human experience started to surface, and they immediately began invading popular culture.
Yeah, it's so powerful, isn't it? Well, you spoke about another really powerful video, one called Double Rainbow, posted by Paul Bear Vasquez, and how it was one of your all-time favorite videos. So tell us why.
Well, I mean, it's a delightful video, and Bear was a really wonderful person, but there's something that he used to say about the video that always really stuck with me. He said, "You don't see me in it, you're seeing it through me. You experienced what I experienced," right? Because he's not actually in the video. And I always liked that quote because I felt that it was this interesting metaphor for this new transformative technology that YouTube was. It was a place where people could, with unique experiences and unique points of view, could share them with the world, something that wasn't possible before at that speed or that scale. And the cultural effects of that turned out to be wide-ranging, impacting music, news, so many different things. In fact, I feel like we're still finding out what the cultural implications of that new technology are in popular culture.
Absolutely. And of course, just like Bear, we've seen people grabbing the camera and filming their perspective so that people across the world are able to experience those things with them. Tell us more about the trends that you've seen through the year. Like, what role has YouTube played in shaping them?
Well, the early trends on YouTube were kind of the viral videos, the things like the Double Rainbow video, and then we started to have these more participatory trends, the Harlem Shake, and things where everybody was participating. You may not see the same video, but we all see people making the same thing, and those things still exist today. But then all kinds of new phenomena started evolving. You started to see fandoms evolve. You started to see new types of content formats. You mentioned ASMR at the start of this. You think about unboxing. These are things that are very common now, but were brand new at the time. You had fandoms, you have niche interests, and now, of course, these big cultural moments also play out on the platform where people are engaging around the things they care about in new and different ways.
And what impact do you think that has? Like, when you think about YouTube, what impact does that have on culture today?
Well, YouTube is no longer defined by the viral video, right? That's how we used to think about it. That's how we used to think about web video in general. Culture shaping moments are happening every single day, and it's largely happening through the creators on the platform. The biggest place for celebrities to show up are on talk shows on YouTube, like Chicken Shop Date. You think about the place where people go for sports commentary, the place where people go for podcasts. There's all these different things that are happening. Music, the biggest artists are all in this same place now. And so this kind of interactive, participatory celebratory creativity that we've been talking about here has now sort of become a major part of digital culture, which has now influenced popular culture.
Absolutely. Soon, we'll be hearing from one of our biggest sports creators on the platform. But before we do, Kevin, what do you think the future holds for YouTube?
Well, I think YouTube will continue to evolve because how we use it will continue to evolve. One of the things that's unique is that YouTube is this rare content platform where it's more defined by the diversity of the ways that people use it rather than any of the individual content that can be found on it. And we each appreciate it for different reasons, which is kind of the point. And so yes, there's all these new types of formats and things that evolve. We're looking at new ways that AI is influencing creativity, but it's still all built on the same foundation of ingenuity, passion, and an individual point of view that I think made YouTube so interesting and thrilling at the very start.
Absolutely. It's that personal media universe. Well, thanks, Kevin. From the very beginning, YouTube has been built on a foundation of inequity, passion, and individual point of view. Much like our next guest channel, That's Football, boasting over 1.4 million subscribers, it's one of the first creator-led platforms to partner with a major European football league for live stream matches. Please join me in welcoming the man who's disrupting sports broadcasting, the one and only Mark Goldbridge. Let's tune in to his watch-along now.
St. Pauli against Hamburg then, and this second half is flying by. Absolutely loving it. We've got a comment here coming in from Robert. He says, will I be doing the Old Firm at the weekend? If the Scottish League want to give me their rights, Robert, as well, we'll give their views a boost too. Remember to subscribe, like the video, get your comments in. We've also had another comment coming in from Jane. She said, Hamburg played St. Pauli last week. Mark, what's going on? Well, there's no flies on you, Jane. I'm actually here, and welcome to everybody in the festival to talk about our journey on YouTube. And that journey started because I became disillusioned with the mainstream. I felt that it was like watching them watch a game, whereas on YouTube, we can watch a game together and talk about it, be interactive, say it how it is. Community is absolutely key. And that is why our link up with the Bundesliga and YouTube is so groundbreaking, and it's born out of the community. The huge numbers, the huge interaction. YouTube is now the home of football, quite rightly, with all the channels out there. And we're at the forefront of that on YouTube. And as you can see, with things like this, brands can be really involved in this. In fact, it's an open goal because your brands can be in front of hundreds of thousands of people every game. And we have that community trust and relationship so that when we're integrating brands, they trust what we're talking about, which is obviously fantastic for you as well. Anyway, that's my story on YouTube, and I've got much more football to watch. So back to Erica in London.
Thanks, Mark. Enjoy the rest of the match. Now, we've heard from the creator side, but what about how brands are harnessing the power of YouTube? Let's hear from Currys.
This is more than a case study. This is a story about partnership. A few years back, conditions on the high street were challenging.
How much?
We had to look at all areas of our business to make every pound count.
How much?
£250.
With YouTube and our agency Spark Foundry, we shifted from manually selecting formats into AI-powered demand gen and video view campaigns.
Unleash thy creativity.
Smarter, more efficient campaigns to build and create demand and drive sales all year round.
Nice!
Ensuring our marketing worked harder than ever before. Combining AI power with first-class creatives, but then adding in YouTube's unique reach, that's when the real magic happened. Those aren't just numbers, they're new customers and sales for our business, with every pound working harder than ever. Our story together continues, and we're confident that through efficiencies and our AI-first approach on YouTube, Currys will remain at the forefront of retail, ensuring our place on the high street and in every British home for many years to come.
To the chills.
That's why we're all in on YouTube.
You're welcome.
Wow, what a brilliant segment from Mark Goldbridge and Currys, truly highlighting the power of different formats available on YouTube. Next up, let's hear directly from the main stage, where Harry Drakes will be talking about the incredible results PepsiCo delivered when they crunched through the chaos and came out on top for Doritos.
It's so exciting to be here. Okay, it may sound strange,
but I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be a marketer. We get to make relevant content and experiences for consumers built around their interests and passions in a world of rapidly evolving media change. At PepsiCo, we've always relished taking on that challenge and embracing every new area of storytelling. Let's pick one brand from our well-loved and iconic UK brands. Those crunchy snacks known for their bold flavors and food experiences, a triangle in a world of circles, yes, Doritos. Thanks, PepsiCo. Our marketing strategy is focused on building resonance and connection with audiences, creating irresistible food experiences, and driving light buyers to grab a bag next time they're in store. Of course, while all this strategy sounds great, it's all just talk if we don't have the campaigns to deliver. So in 2024, our challenge was how to build brand salience and sales and penetration when audience viewing behaviors are becoming less and less predictable. To answer, we built a plan to deliver. Firstly, we looked to re-establish what it meant to be bold. We subverted the expectations of boldness, fronting a campaign with monster truck driving grandmothers, elderly grime artists, and how about blind skateboarders? Oh, and of course, legendary lioness and doubles Euros winner, Chloe Kelly. We tapped into the UK's love of spice, launching our biggest innovation in 2025, Extra Flamin' Hot, where we needed to quickly drive awareness and rate of sale. And how better to bring the heat than create our own sweat look with renowned fashion photographer Rankin, powered by the experience of eating Extra Flamin' Hot. We also wanted to expand the consumption occasions and create bold food experiences with the idea of Doritos Loaded. Always promoting the product in a fun, engaging, and emotional way, whilst ultimately driving people into stores to make that purchase if they can take the heat. Now, this wasn't a case of, right, we've got this clear plan, we've got some tasty creative, what's the perfect platform for us to pull this off? Not at all. Doritos has had a major presence on YouTube for a significant number of years, precisely because of its strengths in both long-form, highly engaged ad experience and its ability to drive efficient, unique reach. When we first came here, the media world had a whole different flavor to today. Now, it's a core part of the TV viewing experience, with multi-format options to suit every viewer, whatever their passion, wherever they're watching. From short to long-form, mobile to CTV, this is the place where we are able to reach people in every one of these viewing moments and with our full creative ecosystem. With the launch of YouTube's AI-powered solutions, we were able to optimize to meet all of our marketing objectives. With our media agency, OMD, we leaned into video view campaigns to tell our new equity stories, perfect for content that builds emotional connection that's so critical to brand building. And video reach campaigns for our new product launches, ideal for getting product top of mind when people are next going to purchase. And we lent into the creative opportunities this multi-format world unlocked. From short-form product ads to much longer-form storytelling ads, we created a system of ideas delivered through creative variety. But the real crunch test, what were the results? It delivered a year-on-year increase in ROI of 31%. Best-in-class brand lifts for campaigns across the funnel of objectives, from campaign recall to purchase intent to favorability. This ability to deliver brand-building, emotional storytelling, and efficient sales-driving scale has given us the confidence to use YouTube as a foundational media channel for our campaigns. So whilst the challenge to deliver on your key marketing objectives may feel more and more complex, with YouTube, it's actually never been easier. Thanks for listening.
We've seen how YouTube can create results for creators and businesses alike. But how do your advertisers apply this to their business needs? With me today, I have Kate Alessi, Vice President and Managing Director of Google, who's going to tell us all about it. So Let's start by picking up on something you mentioned early on about the challenge for advertisers to reach audiences effectively. Can you expand on that and tell us how YouTube can help?
So, as viewer behavior becomes ever more predictably unpredictable, we know the challenge for advertisers is how to reach their audiences effectively. We also know that no one can meet that challenge better than YouTube. So we understand how vital it is that every channel on our advertisers' plans delivers on their goals. And so by advertising on YouTube, they're reaching highly engaged audiences in a highly attentive environment to get the results they need. We have data from Nielsen that clearly shows this, that when it comes to driving incremental sales, YouTube's effectiveness is clear. We deliver 2.4 times greater than TV, 1.6 times greater than social. And this holds up for both short and long-term results.
And you referenced on stage it not just being about effective in driving incremental sales, but also cost-effective. Now, Kantar shows that YouTube is also the most cost-effective AV channel at driving both the outcomes that you care about, as well as brand awareness, brand consideration, and favorability. But the question everyone at home is asking is, what does success look like for our advertisers' business? What about the outcomes that they need?
Whoever the customer and whatever their objective, we have the AI-powered ad products that work for these advertisers. So say our advertisers are looking to maximize reach and frequency, as ASOS was to connect with Gen Z. They used our video reach campaigns to place their ads alongside the content their audiences were watching, from shorts all the way through to connected TV. And this resulted in a 31% higher brand outcome at a 70% lower cost than other channels. So I would say, who wouldn't want to reach their audience for less than half the cost?
Sounds amazing. Well, we know that YouTube is now the largest commercial platform in the UK for both reach and watch time. And on stage, you announced some really new exciting products to help advertisers who want to increase their awareness amongst audiences. So tell us more.
Yes, I'm so excited about these products. For customers looking to boost their reach on the television, our new non-skip mix is designed specifically for this purpose, to help them make a big impact on the big screen. The product is bringing together bumpers with 15 and 30-second non-skips to ensure the message on the big screen really hits home. And for those customers who are wanting to maximize views and drive consideration, we have our video view campaigns, like the Apple example I mentioned on stage. But if the customer objective is really about creating and converting demand, as we saw with the Ocado example, then demand gen is the solution that really delivers. Ocado saw a 32% uplift in new customer acquisitions. So you see, whatever impact our advertisers seek, YouTube can make it happen.
Well, those are some great examples there, Kate. Thank you. And listeners, if you're looking for full funnel effectiveness, well, it's best to go all in. According to FOSFA, brands increasing their investments across all three of our AI formats saw a 32% year-on-year increase in revenue versus those that did not. So, Kate, to close us out, what would you say the superpower of YouTube is for brands wanting to drive results on the platform?
Well, no doubt, it's the incredible power of Google AI. It enables us to surpass other platforms and deliver these outstanding results for our customers. It is one of the many things that sets YouTube apart, giving our creators the power to unlock new heights of creativity and supercharging our ad products, meaning more relevant discoveries for views, more relevant ads, which ultimately delivers more measurable outcomes for our advertisers. So for all of our advertisers who think they've seen everything YouTube can do for their business, it's time for them to think bigger, to plan YouTube first. So these brands can reach the billions who are watching on every screen, and they can drive the business results that they truly care about.
Kate, thank you so much for being here with us today and reminding us of all the things that are possible, because there's only one YouTube. What a day it has been at YouTube Festival. I am so glad that you managed to get a backstage pass into the key insights from the day. I just love what Kate said at the end. It's time to think bigger. YouTube is the epicenter of culture, home to billions of fans and driving unparalleled results for brands. Can't wait to dive straight in? Then make sure you reach out to your Google contact to get YouTube at the core of your marketing strategy. If you have any feedback, please please fill out the feedback form on the screen. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining us at YouTube Festival Backstage Pass. It's been a pleasure to be here, covering all the latest backstage news and views from market experts and industry leaders here in London today. Until next time, that's a wrap.